Last week, we got the walls smooth enough to our liking and placed the window boxes for the Earthbag add-ons to the main house.
Originally, we wanted this to be a natural swimming pool filled with fish and plants growing all around it. Just had this little dreamy vision of an oasis, and then the reality of living in the desert set in.
Here's the kind of stuff that grows out here. Hey, there's a hole, and there's a yucca growing out of the hole. Look at this yucca. That ain't moving.
The water is scarce, and the plants that grow are rugged, and they're usually pointy and thorny and as rough as the terrain to survive out here. And we changed our mind and thought, well, let's make this into a greenhouse, partially underground, which is still the plan, unless something changes.
I'm gonna do a baking show. We're gonna talk about the building. From the dirt, to the walls, to the ceilings. All of it is made of dirt. The outer shell is made of dirt and water. Water acting as a hardener for the dirt, giving it that nice crust.
Supple clay makes for an exquisite outer shell.
Nice texture.
Texture, that's a good one.
The white frosting is made of mud.
Stop! You're not invited!
With a very dirty.
I'm just trying to make a bad commercial. That earthy smell emanates from the beautiful, exquisite walls.
Giving it that nice flavor of dirt.
All right, Gary, what's going on?
I got some more backing to put in here so that we can have just support. Right down in this area here, we have a little bit of a gap between where I want this to set and where my wall is. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fur this wall out just a little bit further so that when I put on the cement board, we'll have a nice fit there. One of the last plumbing things I have to do in here is actually connecting up the shower spout that comes out the top. But this is going to set up inside there and out. And then of course the shower spout itself goes right inside there, just like that.
If you haven't seen this before, they get little kits like this for windows. So when you're trying to put a new screen in, and they'll come with this long rubbery thing and a tool, you can just go around the window and you put a new screen in.
There's a little groove where that fits in.
Yep, that just fits right in there like that. All the excess material, for example. Just a tip, if you do this, when you go back over these to press it back in, you have to be careful because these tools can cut the screen. Not that I know from experience. It just was a really bummer one time because we only had so much material, and I stretched it across and we're like, yes, we're gonna make it! So remember how I said if you get too close to this edge, you cut it? Oh, that's what happens when you do. It's okay though, because I think the screen will pull tight enough it won't matter.
She's gonna get bugs in her room.
New screen installed with a hole in it. But you know, hey, what do you know? This goes in here. So this one's a little bit different because we don't have a screen for the window. So we're having to make one. So we're taking an old window frame, cutting the distances, and then taking the corners and just putting it in. We're using a hacksaw. If you use like a pair of snippers or something, what will happen is it'll crimp the end of it, and it needs to be hollow in order to fit, you know, the corner in it. Does Shay want to finish it?
Oh, yeah. Shay, sporting her new glasses.
You know it. Should we do that?
Yep. Sounds good. Let's just cut her. I was helping Shay too by pulling this tight while she was putting in the liner. That helps to keep this tight, otherwise it gets saggy if you don't have a second person to hold it. Pretty simple. You can go to the hardware store and they'll do these for you too.
Ta-da!
Getting ready to put on our first piece of wonderboard. I'm going to use a little bit of my favorite stuff, glue everything together. Help seal this off. It's a little better. A little bit more insurance here. Alrighty, and then I'll nail it all.
Beautiful. Look at that. I love that, Garrett. Oh, it looks so showery.
showery.
You can really picture it now.
This was one of the first buildings that we did, my building. When we first were doing these houses, we made these skylights out of plexiglass. And we've noticed because it's clear, the sun just beats in here and cooks this little place up. So we found some frosted stuff in spray paint, and Garen is going to frost it, frost the glass.
So, we forgot to water this last night. With the sunburn on my neck right now and this wonderful mustache, gotta rock the hat.
You're styling.
Uh-huh.
Our soil has about 50% clay content, which makes it really good for building these buildings. The dirt has to be a little damp so that it compresses and binds properly.
It's like mud wars.
Yeah.
Building mud houses. Oh yeah. Whoops, sorry.
Our springtime is really dry, so we have to pre-damp the dirt before we build with it.
This is an extra step we do not like to do.
We forgot to do that this time, so we're having to put in the water and mix it as we're going, which is like the absolute worst way to do it.
Hey, hey, what do we have here? Let's see. I know I won't get too close. I'm just gonna look.
It's 3. Oh my gosh, Mom. Oh my.
How many is there?
4, I think. 4 of them, I think.
Wow, they look big and strong too already.
Yeah.
Hey, Gizzy. Hi.
We've done some looking around, you know, you go to Pinterest or someplace and you look at all the different ideas and thoughts that are out there. And some have a little pony wall. Or we could take the wall all the way up and then totally enclose it and then just have this little space to get in and out.
Is it a full wall, a short wall, a little itty bitty wall, no wall? We just don't know. We're wall confused.
Even the little itty bitty wall is not a bad idea.
I'm just thinking I want as little to clean as possible.
Yes.
Not that, I mean, I'm sure you'll be out here cleaning, not me.
No, I'm not cleaning. So it's not dirty, I'm not using it. We're trying to figure out what's the best way to keep the water inside the shower and not let it splash out. We really don't know what to do here, so we thought we'd come to you and say,
Is the pony wall needed to keep the water in? Do we need to have more than the curtain? If you have some experience with that or have some ideas, we would sure like your input. Help us. Thanks again for watching another one of our videos and being here and supporting us and being part of the family.
yeah.
We're going to be working on this stuff all week again, and we'll be posting next Friday as always. We'll have a little more done on both the kitchen and bathroom next week, so be sure to tune into that.
Thanks too for any of the Patreon folks that have been continuing to give. We're very thankful, very grateful. Thank you.
I've got an idea. Why don't we put a wall here, here, and here, and you just make it.
And climb over?
And then you make like a little section cut out like right here, and then you just kind of scooch in.
Yeah. Well, we could, and actually if we did that, we could have a little tub.
Yeah. Or if Garen makes the thing strong enough, we can hang onto that and swing it.
I like that one, that's the best.
I think that will end way more tragically than you were thinking. In this greenhouse, if we do bags around the outside edges, we can put pots in the walls. Smell roses!
I can smell the ocean.
The ditch that Garen's digging right now is the one-man show underground greenhouse. I'm gonna put like a cubicle over the top of it, and we're gonna grow one plant in it.
And we're gonna leave Garen in there. He's just gonna water every day.
We're gonna leave Garen.
And he can eat whatever comes out.
We're gonna put him in a life-sustaining liquid.
I'm gonna grow a lot of cake.
Sometimes my crazy schemes work and sometimes they don't. And right now we're gonna find out. Oops. Here we go, ready?
Come back here, camera.
Yay!
Hey, Ma.
Yeah?
You feel trapped?
It is a little, well, there's gonna be one way for us to get out, and it's gonna be these window frames. It's gonna have to be the way we get in and out.
Either that or we just take some sledgehammers and bust the wall out.
That's my future kitchen.
No, I meant that wall, Mom.
Oh, that wall! Oh, yeah, you.
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.